Is it time to overprice your home? You'll want to stay on and watch. If you find the content valuable, you want to hit subscribe and the bell notification because you know we love your support. Love your support and your likes and your comments and your subscription. Thanks so much. So as you know, the market is still very much on the seller's market side. What that means is we don't have a lot of homes on the market. Inventory is still low, and because of the still higher interest rates, buyers are not able to do much. They don't have the freedom to keep upping the price, or you don't see as many competitive offers, multiple offers coming in. That's what's still going on, and that's just beyond the control of the buyers or the sellers. But then you wonder, if you're a seller, should I price the home high? Why not? If I'm the only home that's going to be on the market, if I'm going to be the only home available on the market, why shouldn't I just set and pick the highest possible price and let the buyers roll in and fight over it? Well, as I mentioned before, buyers are not fighting over it because it's costing them so much more right now. In fact, 7% plus right now to borrow the money from the lender to purchase a home. So there's not a whole lot of room for most buyers to be competitive and keep increasing on the price. Now, there are some special situations where the buyers are in a more leveraged position where they have more money down, which means they're not as sensitive to the higher interest rate because the portion that they're borrowing the money from is less, right? So that's great, but that's a very small percentage of buyers that are out there in the marketplace. So when you are putting your home on the market, sellers, and you think, well, the last one of the same floor plan, for example, it sold for $700,000. It's a new day, and I'm the only home on the market. Why don't I price it at $750,000? Because Zillow and Redfin and Realtor.com are all telling me my house is worth more. Well, unless Zillow or Redfin or Realtor.com are selling your house, do you really rely on that to be the correct information? So if you are selling your home, and I am hoping that you have hired a real estate agent who knows your marketplace, who really knows the current market activity, the condition that is going on in your local market, your real estate agent should be able to kind of propose a range to you based on your home condition, based on recent updates that you may have done in the past 5 years, based on the demand, based on the location of the home, right? There are a lot of things that come into play when you're pricing a home. Based on that, you should be able to come in to a price that would make sense. So typically because we work more with sellers, okay, typically I would like to know what the seller is thinking, like what number do they have in mind, right? Now, if they're telling me, so for the example that I just gave you, if the last house comparable to this home that I'm speaking to with the seller sold for $700,000, let's say in the last 3 months. And I asked the seller, well, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, what number would you be happy with to list your house on the market? And if they tell me $800,000, I would say either we could come to a number. My job is to sell your house. My job is to bring the traffic into the house. My job is to get your home sold for the best dollars that are available in the marketplace, and there has to be a strategy behind it. And pricing it high is not necessarily gonna help you and me to do my job to bring the traffic in. Because guess what? If you are the home shopper and you're cruising online and you're looking at all these different prices and you see that this home is, $50,000 or $100,000 above what the last home just sold, would you be leaping, jumping up for joy and wanting to see this house? Or would you be like, are you kidding me? I am just going to wait. Patiently until the seller decides to reduce the price. The other thing that works against a home that is overpriced is this. Because a lot of those homes will not sell right away, right? Because there is no buyer. First of all, the buyer has to come through. Second of all, they got to make an offer. And if the seller is in this place where they think their house is worth a whole lot more, even if they get a lower offer, they feel insulted and they don't want to entertain the offer, so they reject the offer. So now, 30 days later, the house is still sitting on the market. 60 days later, the house is still on the market. 90 days later, the house is still on the market. And some homes have sat on the market for triple digits, over 100 days. Do you think that that looks attractive to the house? And the buyers that are looking at it are going, what is wrong with the house? Why has it not sold? And why is it overpriced? You see, buyers are pretty educated and are pretty informed because of the abundance information available on the internet. They can do their own research and they can kind of price shop and do price comparison. For all of those reasons, ladies and gentlemen, in your best interest, if you're looking to sell your house, overpricing it is still not the way to get your house sold. And what might be the best way, or who might be the best person that you should be talking to about consulting about the price? Your favorite, competent real estate agent who knows the market is the person you should be talking to. As I mentioned before, we always want to know where our clients are at, because there is no point in going at it, right? We work for our sellers. We want to work for our sellers' benefit. But if the seller feels like price should be here and we feel like it should be here to actually get traffic, because we know the market, we know the pulse, right? We would be honest with our sellers. And if the seller's not willing to come down, well, maybe it's not a match. Maybe the sellers need to see if there's another real estate agent who would give them the answer that they want, the price that they want, and then maybe 30, 60 days later, they'll just do the price reduction. We see it all the time. So I'm not making this stuff up. I see it all the time. So with all of that information, talk to your trusted advisor, your real estate agent who knows the market. Maybe stay open-minded and listen to them. Listen, we have been successfully able to get our properties, our listings into escrow at above asking price. Why? Because we priced it well. And it's pretty mind-blowing what available buyers are out there when they don't feel turned off when they first see the house coming on the market. That is the secret. I hope this is helpful to you. Happy selling!